I'm Alex, he's Jim, and this is the Charging Status podcast. How are you doing, Jim?
I'm all right, Alex. How are you?
I'm all right as well. It's been a busy week.
Oh, it's been mental this week, hasn't it?
Yeah, definitely. It's been crazy. Don't know what's going on.
Yes, it's just been a mad week. I had 3 car launches in 2 days this week. At the time this comes out, I'll already be back, but I'm going to Milan to see a new brand be unveiled.
Very nice.
I think I'm literally going to Milan for about 20 hours to see a man pull a sheet off a car. But, you know, is what it is. And looking at all the airport nonsense that's going on over in Italy, that might be quite interesting. Yeah,
okay.
Lots of strikes and issues at passport control and stuff.
Typical.
And then I've got like a weekend for my wife's birthday and stuff. I don't know. In the last week, I've probably, I've slept for about 20 hours and literally worked for the rest of it. So it's been an interesting one. And
busy,
yeah, it's looking interesting for the next few weeks as well. So, but at the time this comes out, you'll be on your way to China, won't you? Or will you be in China?
I'll be in China, yeah. So
Wow.
I would have flown out on the Wednesday, very late evening after having a family meal with Graham. And then, I'll be probably doing God knows what at some point. So, yeah.
Can I teach you fluent Mandarin right now?
I don't think I've got the brain capacity for that, to be fair. I barely got the brain capacity
you might
get
cope
up in the
with
morning,
this.
but yeah.
There's hello, which is ni hao.
I've heard that before.
And then there's thank you, which is xie.
Okay.
There
I
you
knew
go.
those two.
You can speak the language, you know?
Yeah.
This is yes. All right. For those listening to this, that's 2 thumbs up in the air.
Yeah. Very nice.
Is that all right?
There we go. I think I've got that.
There you go. You can do your GCE now.
GC. Oh dear. So yeah, I'm flying out with Cherry. You went with them in October, I think. Yeah. And seeing all sorts of things. The Beijing Motor Show, which would be amazing. And all sorts of different things. I'm sure the schedule would change by the time I get there. So I don't really know exactly what I'll be doing, but it should be quite interesting.
How long are you there for?
From memory, I think it's just under a week. So Wednesday to Tuesday, I think. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be good.
You'll love it. It'll be a hell of an experience. But some of the EVs you'll see on the road over there will melt your brain. And I can only imagine what you're going to see at the Beijing Motor Show.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it'd be absolutely amazing. I did get, obviously we've had a conversation about this, but I did get an invitation to the Beijing Motor Show from another manufacturer in China.
Mm-hmm.
And I got the impression there were some strings attached.
Yeah,
So,
that's not an idea, is it?
No, I very politely told them to Foxtrot Oscar, which I'm gutted about because I really want to go, but I don't want to go with strings attached, I'm afraid.
No, of course.
No.
That's honourable. Yeah.
But have fun. Just be careful at the breakfast buffets and stuff.
Oh, yeah, maybe your pork donut conversation from last time.
The pork donut was, not exceptionally good, or the duck's blood tofu, or the chicken feet and that sort of stuff.
I think I might find myself in McDonald's at some point. Sounds like a taste of home.
McDonald's was actually really good in China. Ian loves McDonald's as well, who you're going with. So
ideal. There we go.
He'll make sure you get a Big Mac into you. It's very good over there and insanely cheap. You know, it's about £2, I think, for a Big Mac meal, and it tasted nicer than ours.
Well, yeah, it's not really saying much, is it?
No, not at all. No,
yeah,
not even slightly, really.
Yeah, it should be good. I'll make sure to post some stuff on Instagram if you follow me there, so you get to see whatever I get to see. So it'll be good.
Awesome. Yeah, go and follow Alex on Instagram because there'll be lots and lots of posts, I would imagine, especially the day you're at the Beijing Motor Show.
Yeah, definitely. Should be good. Yeah.
What have you been driving?
Literally picked up this morning was the ginormous Hyundai Ioniq 9.
Yeah.
And I've done 1,200 miles of that in 1 week.
Wow.
That was great.
You've been to Scotland, haven't you?
Yeah, me and my brother, we did a Land Rover. I posted on Instagram, and I was a bit worried that people might thought I was invited to something, but no, it was just a thing that me and my brother
No,
did.
no one would expect that, Alex.
No,
Don't
no,
worry.
no. We did a whole day of driving one of the new Defenders off road in the middle of nowhere. It was just, it was incredible. And the guy that does the instruction, ex-police officer, he really knew his stuff. So he, just incredible cars really at off-road driving. Just amazing. Yeah, it's a shame that no one really uses them for off-road in the general scheme of things, but
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, they
they're
don't
so
get
advanced.
to really stretch their legs doing the school run, do they?
No, not particularly. Well, the potholes at the moment, another story.
Yeah, yeah. By the
But
way,
no,
at an event the other day, just outside the event, Tish blew a tyre out on her car on a pothole.
oh no, on her
The
up?
pothole. Sorry.
On her Volkswagen up or the?
Yeah,
Oh no.
yeah.
Yeah.
Literally feet from the event. It's just hideous out there at the moment,
Yep.
isn't it?
Yep.
Mm.
But yeah, and before that, I had the Santa Fe, which is an equally big car. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
How did you get on with the Ioniq 9?
I don't think anyone else on the road has ever seen a car like that, because the amount of people that were looking back at the vehicle on the motorway, like turning their heads around to have a look. I think it's quite an unusual sight on the roads, really, because I've only ever seen one. But no, it's a great car, a bit more efficient than I thought it would be. I was getting around 3 miles per kilowatt hour. It charges massively fast. It's great. I don't know if you knew, but I think you reviewed the 7-seat version, but the 6-seat version, the seats in the middle, they can actually spin round like a van.
Yeah, so I had the 6-seat version of the EV9.
Oh yes,
but I had the 7-seat version of the Ioniq 9. And I much prefer the look of the EV9, like the exterior and everything. I just think it's a beautiful thing. But I think from memory, I think I found the Ioniq 9 a bit more efficient than the EV9 as well.
Yep. Yeah.
I don't know if it's because it's not quite as square, perhaps.
I think so, yeah.
And Hyundai, like a big thing with their EVs is always like drag coefficient, which is why like the Ioniq 6 looks the way it does.
Yeah.
The maligned design of the Ioniq 6 is actually brilliant for its drag coefficient.
Yeah. I don't know if it's quite funny. It took me a few days to work out what it was, but when you're driving on the motorway, I caught myself looking up at the sky trying to listen for an aeroplane, because there's 2 flaps on the front of the bonnet, and the front of the grille, when they open, they must let in such a massive amount of air that it actually sounds like it's an aeroplane going overhead.
Oh, wow.
I'm convinced that's what it is. I couldn't verify it, but that must be what it is, because this happens now and again. So yeah. Weird. But yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. What have you been driving?
What haven't I been driving in the last week? So at the moment, I've got the Xpeng G6 in for review. Is what I'm going to say on that.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know when the video's coming out, but it's a 6 out of 10.
That's a shame.
For me, I think.
Yeah,
it is a shame. Yeah, because I think Xpeng is a brand that's capable of some pretty special things.
Yeah.
And I think they've tried hard to copy something else and have failed in most areas. But anyway, there's a video on that. If it is out, go and watch it. And if not, wait for it and then watch it, please. I've driven the new VW T-Roc,
nice.
the Cherry Tiggo 4, the Aeon V, which you've also driven this week.
Yep.
Which is a completely new brand to us here. If you don't know about Aeon, which we didn't until we got the invitations, or certainly I didn't. Alex probably did because he knows about everything Chinese.
They were at the Munich Motor Show, so I had a poke around those to have a look. But
see, I was at the Munich Motor Show, didn't see them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're part of GAC, and GAC in China makes the Chinese market Toyotas and Hondas. So from a manufacturing point of view, they've sort of said, because they're working with Toyota and Honda, who are obviously famed for their manufacturing, they have to have very, very high standards. My impressions of that, again, are in my video. I don't know what yours are, but I personally thought the exterior didn't look great. The interior did look great and was pretty great, but some software things and certainly a few things with the drive were just a bit off and feel like they need a tweak. But I sort of feel like it probably only needs a tweak. I think it's nearly a very good car. What do you think?
I thought the design was not bland. So it had some interesting things on it, which made it look quite distinctive. The interior, I thought, it felt a little bit out of date, like, because there wasn't enough buttons in there, and it's just weird how things go. You may have at one point thought that a car with no buttons was really, really up to date, but it's now swung the other way for me a little bit, where there's literally none in that car at all, apart from the ones on the steering wheel from memory.
See, I thought at least it's got buttons on the steering wheel, and like the aircon controls, I think, stay in place the whole time.
Yeah.
And some of that stuff, I can forgive some of that stuff now. Okay. If you don't have to go into menus, or you have to, like in that Xpeng G6 at the moment, if you go into Apple CarPlay, you lose everything else. And then you have to go back to the home screen for CarPlay, then press the Xpeng button to get back to the original software. And then when you want to go back into CarPlay, you've got to go back in, and all that kind of stuff's taking your eyes off the road, isn't it? Or taking your attention.
Which is dangerous. Yep. Yeah. I thought the build quality was good, like materials in there. The premium version had proper leather seats, which is quite unusual. Really supple material.
Leather, like cow's bottom leather. But interestingly, I thought the pretend leather, I thought that felt really good as well.
I actually didn't have time to look at the non-leather version because I was filming the whole day. But
it didn't feel like drastically different, and which I think's a big plus. Also, that premium one's had that lovely tray in the back of the passenger seat, like a laptop tray.
Yes, really well built.
Apparently they took some inspiration from the mechanism on the rear seat trays of a Bentley for that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
They're very sturdy. It's the one thing it's got going for it is the amount of space. It's massive inside. Just the amount of headroom you've got. The sunroof's really nice. The boot's not as big as it could be, and when you look at the top level, but the underneath section is massive as well. So, but there was some of it was a bit lacking to drive.
How many times did you spin the wheels?
About 5 times.
Yeah, that was just getting out of the car park.
Yeah, I thought the ride was good, like the ride quality. They did stress that they've done a lot of work to make it better suited for our roads, and I thought the ride suppleness was quite good. But it needs a little bit of work, but it should be okay. But the one I'm looking forward to is their hatchback, the UT.
Oh yeah,
because they had that there parked.
I didn't see it.
A Golf sort of size car.
Oh, okay.
So I love a hatchback. They're just
how nice. Did I miss that? Was it parked somewhere not
very
obvious?
Hidden. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. But yeah, it looks like a nice little car, that one.
They've got people with pedigree, like in the UK operation. So, yeah, I've got high hopes for that. Yes, well, with a lot of the things, I thought, like, this is a software update that can correct this. Like the fact that the wheels are easy to spin. Yeah. That's something they can do with an over-the-air update, hopefully. Just a little bit of change to like the power delivery, the torque curve, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But where with the Xpeng, I feel like there's some like physical changes that need to be made. The suspension setup and stuff that I don't think can be corrected with software. And if it could, surely they would have corrected it by now. But there we go. Maybe the brake feel. Maybe they could correct that with software.
Maybe, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. What else? I've talked about the PV5, have I, on the last
I think
podcast
so, yeah.
or not?
No,
Anyway,
I don't think so. I think we haven't recorded one for a
Oh.
little while here, so I think you've had the
Right.
PV5 in that time since.
Yeah, so I had the PV5 as well, and oh my God, I absolutely adore the PV5, and it was so much better on real world range than I expected.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it's a big box, I was expecting it to struggle a bit, and I've done a lot of motorway miles in it as well, so I was expecting to have problems on that front. So I probably did 600 miles in that at least, and I think on full charge it was showing like 258 miles of range, something.
That's actually the WLTP, so yeah.
Yeah, so that's. But you never know, do you? Because some of these cars, when you charge them, they just show the WLTP, and some will show you a figure based on how it's been driven. But I got the battery really low at one point. I got down to about 10 miles in it, and it would have done 231 miles, and I was at motorway speed.
That's excellent.
I thought that was incredible, and it was cold, so I had the heater on, and I just thought, this is phenomenal. Obviously, it didn't have a load in it, and it only had me, and obviously I'm very slim and athletic, so it didn't have a lot of weight to carry. And I'd shaved my head that day. So
that's saved a few
couple
grams.
of days growth makes a difference.
Yeah.
Apart from there, that bit, well, and there, and there. So yeah, I mean, I was just massively impressed with it. I love the way it drove as well, but it had one big flaw, and that was the Apple CarPlay.
Oh, okay.
So on wireless connection, it was less than 50% of the time that it would connect. And then sometimes it wouldn't connect at all, and you sort of give up trying to connect it. And then after 15 minutes, suddenly CarPlay kicks in. And then on a wired connection, it would connect about 90% of the time. But on Google Maps, just every so often, it would go like the GPS side of it would go totally haywire, and it just suddenly doesn't know where you are. And then it would correct itself, and then it would go again, then it correct itself.
Bit strange.
Yeah, and I sort of had a quick look online, and it looks like other people might have had the same issue. Again, it's going to be a software thing, but I wonder if it's because I don't know. Plain conspiracy theorist, it's an Android system. Maybe they're making life difficult for the filthy Apple users like us.
Maybe, but I'd imagine it's probably something to do with it's a brand new platform for Kia. And there's just some teething issues, I think, with that. They've had their existing systems in play for ages.
Yeah.
A really long time. So yeah,
it's quite a nice system, though.
It's really good.
Yeah. Oh, one other thing I don't like about the Xpeng G6, the wireless charging pads can't charge a big iPhone.
Oh, right.
I mean, come on.
Is his actual section not big enough, or
that's not big enough?
Yeah.
And I mean, like, that's not the biggest phone in the world, the big iPhone.
I'm sure phones in China are bigger than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get massive phones over there.
Yeah.
Grumble.
Right. I want to talk some vans, if that's okay with you. Because
please do.
I'm not making it to the CV show next week, which I'm a bit gutted about. I've been every year since 2023, and I really enjoy it. But last year was the Kia PV5, and that was about it, really. This year, everyone seems to have pulled their socks up, and there's so much stuff coming. There's the brand new KGM Musso, so they've launched a brand new combustion version there next week. The EV version is getting significantly cheaper, even though it hasn't even launched yet. It's below 40 grand. Renault are going to show off their latest range of electric vans in full this time. They were there last year. Yeah. They were there last time in like mock-up form, like shells, like essentially.
Concept almost.
Yeah. BYD are taking a van version of the Dolphin as well, which is interesting. So back in the day, Vauxhall used to have the Corsa van, and the BT engineers would knock about in those. But that's got 1,000 litres of space and 350 miles of range.
That could be really good.
Yeah. And I don't know if they're going to focus on vans as well. Not really much information on that.
Well, they've got that. They've got that. Is it the Shark, the pickup?
Yeah, BYD Shark. Yeah, that's not. It might launch there. I'd imagine it probably would make sense, but they haven't specified if that's going to happen. There's a new Verizon van. I can't remember the name of it, but it's a smaller van. So their existing van, the Super Van, is quite big. So this new van is already on sale in New Zealand, and it's going to be launched next week. But the big news... Oh, and also Ford are going to take the what's it called? The Explorer cargo van as well. And I'm not sure if they're going to announce the new Transit City there. But it's probably a little bit too soon for that. And this is their new Chinese-built transit van with a very stripped-back options list. A bit cheaper, hopefully. But yeah, the big news is Delhi. Is that Delhi Van? Yeah, Delhi Van. And it's a new brand from Chery. Yeah. So Chery are known for JQ, La Paz, Amoda as well. So this is the first foray into commercial vehicles, which I'm quite excited about, and that should be quite good. No pictures, nothing, but
they've got quite a few coming, apparently. I know at the CV show they're going to have their the concept, basically.
Okay.
But from what I understand, there's going to be a van and maybe a tipper, but there's definitely going to be a pickup at some point as well. I just don't know what's going to be at the CV show. But from what I understand, they look at the UK van market as quite a big one, because obviously we sell a lot of vans in the UK, and they probably think if we can crack that nut, we're onto a winner. I don't think they're going to be in production though until like 2027.
Okay, sounds like a long way away, but it isn't really.
No, it's what sort of 6 months, 8 months.
Yeah.
So yeah, interesting though.
Yeah, and everything I've mentioned, apart from the Musso combustion, are all electric. So the SMMT keeps banging on about the van market. There's not enough EVs being sold. That's mainly because there haven't been many good options.
That's it. Yeah.
The only really solid option is at the moment is the Kia PV5, and that is really good. But for a lot of people, it isn't going to serve their needs because it isn't big enough, and Kia have got some other stuff coming soon. So I'd imagine a lot of these manufacturers have looked at the van market and thought, "Oh, there's some business to be had here." So they've all got their act together, which is awesome. It's exciting.
Yeah, it's amazing when you come out with something that's actually got some modern tech and is not 50 grand.
Yeah.
Like people actually will buy it.
Yeah.
And although the PV5 is a bit limited, certainly if you're in the trade and you can't fit sheet materials in it and all the rest of it, but we know they've got others coming in future. Yeah. But it's just shown that you can do it if you want to.
Yeah.
And the amount of people that have sent me messages or commented on videos, obviously the lease deals on those PV5 cargos have been incredible. And the amount of people that have sent me messages saying, I've just signed up to lease on one, I've just leased one, I've just leased one, I've just leased one. It's been incredible. And someone said the other day that they were told that the 2026, I don't know what you'd call it, allocation, I guess, for PV5s is sold. So I think Kia are having to kind of get some more built.
Wow.
Or reserve more spaces in line. I don't know how it's done exactly.
Yeah.
But I know someone at Kia told me a while ago that they had a target for the number of those they were going to sell in a year. And I think they did it in the first 6 weeks.
Fair play. That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's an almost faultless piece of kit.
Yeah.
And it's really sensible money.
Yeah. I remember when I published the cargo review, I think January, December, whatever it was, I had loads of comments on it as well, saying, "Oh, I've just bought one. Just leased one. Just checked one out. This looks great. So yeah, it's obviously done quite well for them, which is really good news. So
people don't realise how much like a Communal Garden Transit costs these days. It's very easy to spend 50 grand on a Transit, and people are always shocked by that, like incredibly shocked by it.
Yeah.
But what you're seeing is those Kias being cheaper than a used Transit quite often. I see VW have sort of fought back a little bit. They've done some lease deals on the ID Buzz Cargo in the last sort of month. And I guess they're going to have to now, because best will in the world, no one's going to buy one over the Kia.
No, not unless you don't like. Some people don't like the styling of the Kia, which
they don't. But is it worth 20 grand to you?
No,
because that's what it comes down to.
Yeah. I don't know. That industry needed a shake-up, as we've talked about quite a few times on the podcast. That the electric van market's a bit crap.
I'm really interested by that BYD though. That could be good. I hope they don't put rock hard suspension on it, but that could be good. And the like the Ford Explorer van as well. Yeah.
Definitely.
That could be very good.
The range on that Dolphin, 347 miles, and could do pretty well for them.
That something like that would do me if it was the right price. It's my second, my spare car, if you like. Obviously, I've got that Tesla Model 3 at the moment, but
that's got to go back at some point.
I've only got that for another 11 months.
Yeah,
and then I'm going to be without, and I need something. But yeah, if I get a lease deal on one of those, I'd go up to 11 quid a month on that.
Oh, that's pushing about out there.
I'm actually really worried about that. What I'm going to do when that car goes back. So I haven't really got pots of money sitting around to get something else with. So we need a sponsor for this podcast.
We do.
Yeah.
Those Renault vans are quite interesting because. What's that?
If you'd like to sponsor this podcast, please get in touch with Alex at
alex@gregs.com. Alex at steedface.uk for genuine sausage roll inquiries.
Or Jim at notaguru.co.uk for genuine sponsorship inquiries and perhaps hair tips.
Very nice. Those Renault vans are quite interesting because they're going to be the first commercial vehicles to be 800 volt, which, that should move things on a bit quicker, really. But
we don't know pricing on those yet, do we?
No, sadly not. But they look quite cool.
Yeah, I just hope they don't get a bit punchy with the pricing, because they could be very, very good. Yeah.
And they've got the same software as the Renault 5, so that's, I think, for commercial vehicle owners, fleet people that have electric vehicles for the first time, they tend to be, as I said, electric vehicle owners or drivers for the first time, and having that complicatedness that you can have sometimes. I think the Google Maps integration with Renault software is next level, really. So that'd be really good for first-time drivers.
Very much so.
Yeah. I was going to ask, you've done quite a few videos lately on leasing deals. How do you, more than usual, how do you whittle down the list of, do you just go on the website and look at all the deals and you sort of work out, how do you whittle down which ones are actually going to be the best ones?
So I've been doing it for 5.5 years, where I've done at least 3 a month.
Yeah.
So I'm probably quicker at it than most. But people often ask me this, and they ask me about when I do those new car discounts as well on Auto Trader.
Yeah.
And there's no secret sauce. It's just like the more you do it, the quicker you get. But it like those new car deals videos, I probably spend 6 hours on Auto Trader before I film one of those.
Oh.
I'll start at like 6 in the morning, and if I'm filming by 1 o'clock, I'll be quite happy after taking my son to school briefly.
Yeah.
But that video's that one I do every month is usually my biggest video of the month, so it's worthwhile for me to do it. And because that's always a big video, I'll sometimes get quite a decent sponsor on it. So it makes sense to do it.
Yeah.
And the lease deals videos, what I do on those is put in the filters for either the target that I'm going for in that video or just realistic type things. So some of them are quite formulaic. So I'll always do 3 months up front, 3-year deals, 10,000 miles a year. I've changed that now. So I also put in 2-year deals because I think there's actually a lot of value in 2-year deals sometimes, both in terms of price and in terms of choice because the market's evolving so quickly.
Yeah.
But then there are others where I'll also stick in 18-month deals, low mileage deals, higher up front, like nothing up front, and look at those. But it's just time. Like it really is just time. With the lease ones, I'm a lot quicker because I've been doing it for so long and I immediately know what's a good price and what's an average price and what's not. Like yesterday's one, for example, there weren't bags of deals around. I think there were 2 million deals on leasing.com, which seems like a lot of deals. But actually it's about 1 million less than there normally are. And that's simply because we're still at the tail end of Easter holiday periods. Yeah. So some of the companies advertising on there won't spend their money because they've got loads of people on holiday.
Yeah.
Where like next week it will be very much back to normal. So yeah, that was a really quick one because the deals really stood out. It was just obvious. But sometimes it takes me like 2 or 3 hours to do one of those, just the research for one of those leasing videos. And then I've got to film it and fall over my words constantly. Then I've got to edit it and upload it. But I can do it all from here at least. But yeah, it's just experience really.
Yeah, I just thought I'd ask. I was watching the one yesterday, so I thought I was like, oh, how do you actually find these? So yeah, there you go. Nice.
Just being sad.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Before we finish, what have you got coming up in the next few weeks?
I'm going to have a look at my calendar.
I always have to look at my calendar.
I've got that thing in Milan on Monday.
Oh yes.
Then on this is coming out on Thursday, we think, don't we?
Yep.
So on Thursday, I'll be driving two Mercedes actually, GLB and a CLA shooting brake.
Oh, very nice.
Then the following week, I've got the Geely EX5 Max in for review.
Oh yeah.
Then I'm going to Marseille to test drive the Citroen EC3 Urban and new Peugeot 408.
Oh, nice.
And that's about it of note, I think. I've got the Suzuki e-Vitara the week after that.
Oh, cool.
So I'm looking forward to that. That's what I've wanted to get in for a little while. So that's essentially the Toyota, what is it? The
Urban Cruiser.
Urban Cruiser, yeah. Yeah. So there you go. Two in one go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got the Geely X5 in a few weeks as well, which would be quite good. So,
and you've got China.
Yeah, I got China, and I've got JQ8 on Monday as well. So,
yeah,
I think we're doing something
because I'm doing this other thing. I'm missing that, but I'll have to get one booked in because JQ videos always do really well for me.
They do. I think we're doing some off-road stuff because that car's got a locking diff, I believe. So,
oh yeah.
So yeah, there's some off-road stuff we're doing, so it'd be quite cool.
Oh, great! I'm glad I'm missing that.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
that's it, really. Yeah, should be a busy few weeks, but yeah,
cool.
Nice.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Well, enjoy China.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We are doing some driving, which would be good. So we are driving, I think 6 hours somewhere in a new La Paz model, I believe. So see what.
Haven't you been chosen as the first journalist in the UK to be able to drive that?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. Yeah.
Not a joke,
I don't understand.
By the way. He has.
Yeah, I don't understand that, but yeah. Yeah.
Anyway. Well, like I say, it's the man that chose you perhaps doesn't have the best command of the English language.
He probably hasn't watched my videos, to be honest. Yeah.
No. Or maybe whoever's doing the subtitles is, I don't know, getting it all wrong.
On purpose, like...
No, well, maybe it's like an AI translate thing, and obviously that corrects all the mistakes, makes it professional, makes it entertaining in some way, not dull.
Yeah.
They might even use my voice for it. You never know.
Yeah, it might be a good thing to use that instead. Yeah.
I doubt it.
Yeah. That's about it, really. Just a random chat about some EVs, some vans, and some different trips we're doing. If you like this sort of content, please consider subscribing to the Charging Status podcast. It's a sort of a labour of love that me and Jim do. We don't get anything for it, but we do love coming back every so often to talk about what we're doing. Where can people find you on the interwebs, Jim, if they want to find out more about you?
My website's notaguru.co.uk, or my YouTube channel is definitely Not a Guru.
There's lots of content on your website, isn't there? With Graham doing lots of news for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's just amazing, really. I mean, I keep thanking him, and he keeps thanking me for some reason. But it's incredible. It's so nice to have, just news content on the website and that going out, and it makes me want to do more with the website and develop it a bit. But it's just time at the moment. Everything's just a massive suck of my time. I'd love to be able to employ someone, but I don't. I saw something the other day, an interview with someone that was saying, if you employ a 21-year-old on minimum wage, 10 years ago, someone on minimum wage, it would have cost the business, the employer, like 17 grand a year. Now it costs 30.
Yep.
Because of all the tax and national insurance implications and everything else you have to do.
Yep.
And that's just absolutely impossible. But it's really hard, because if I were able to employ someone, I'd be able to generate more revenue and pay more tax. But because of all that, I can't employ someone.
Yeah.
And it absolutely sucks, because I feel like my business can't grow and I can't do half the things I want to do because I can't employ anyone. But yeah, I'd love to have a news website and employ some people to produce content for that news website and that kind of stuff. But there we go.
Yeah, would be good. Yeah. My website's theinterface.uk. There's some often news on there. Just I don't like you just don't have time to write anymore, which is a real shame. But the YouTube channel is the main thing. The Interface Cars, nearly on 10,000 subs. I'm so close.
You're smashing it at the moment with views, though, aren't you?
It's going really well. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going really well. What I'm focusing on right now is trying to focus on high volume cars, because they'll naturally get more views. So I noticed some of the random cars I review, like the Genesis G80, doesn't get 700 views because
no one's buying one.
No,
unfortunately. Exactly. Which is a shame, because there's some really great cars that you just think, oh, no one's going to watch that.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that's what I'm trying to focus on for the next few months, is some more high volume cars that people are actually buying. The one I reviewed the other week was the Igo X. Well, actually, I think it's the Igo Cross when I looked up how to pronounce it. So, which is I find really weird.
I was having this conversation with someone the other day, actually, at one of the events. It might have been Tim Barnes Clay. I'm not sure, but we were like, is it a Cross or is it an X? Because it was at the Aeon thing, I think, because we were like, is it a V or is it a 5?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Strange.
Nobody knows. That video looks amazing, by the way.
I had some help with that one.
Yeah. But that is amazing. Like,
oh, thanks, mate.
It looks so good. Your presenting's absolutely mint in that video as well.
Thanks,
and like great edit, all of it.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, thank you for that. Definitely go and check that out. Published it a few days ago. So, little hybrid hatchback. Not the most refined to drive because it's quite loud and quite mooey, but it's a solid car and solid MPG.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a good choice for a lot of people, I think. So yeah, I'll link that in the show notes. But to save the waffling, thank you so much for watching, listening. Please subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe to Jim's channel, my channel, and we'll see you again in a few weeks.
And sorry for the 10-minute outro. Bye.